Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing to share with you guys. No idea what's in here. It was sent by Tyler. Thank you very much, Tyler. Thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. There's a link for Patreon right down below, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Okay. Let's see what Tyler sent us here. With the trusty scalpel that definitely doesn't need to be sharpened because it's razor sharp all the time. It does a great job. And we have a... Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what this is. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that what's in here is an Olamic that I have never handled before. You guys ready? Oh my gosh. Zipper. Yeah, you see that right there? Rainmaker. Oh, it's a big boy. Oh, cool. How's the action on this? Oh, it's super smooth, super smooth. So the reason I'm wiggling it like that is because I like to see it. Like, I can tell that it's just going to slowly do this because of we're actually sitting like this. We're at an angle, right? So gravity's not doing with this blade what it normally would. So straight up and down is actually like this, right? But anyways, oh my gosh, this is totally different from the feeling that I get from the 247. I like the 247, but the length of the blade and weight of the blade, when you fire it, there's a lot of swing. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a lot of like, whoosh, right? But the internals also feel very different. This does not have the same tightness as a 247. So you guys have heard how I judge action. Action to me is not judged on, whether or not it falls shut. It's how smooth and consistent is it inside of the pivot. Tightness, I don't really care. I mean, the spectrum is anywhere from what we get from a Chris Reeve up to what we get from a Norseman or a Schuagroff, right? So if it's bumpy or lumpy or gritty, right, inconsistencies on the inside of the pivot, I don't like that. So when I say that the 247 action doesn't bother me, it's because it's consistent on the inside. It's just not as willing to let the blade drop as this guy. And it doesn't feel like it's just weight and mass. It feels like it's just a little bit smoother on the inside, which is cool. I also really like the profile of this thing. Big old compound. I guess we're going to call this a harpoon, right? We've got a hollow grind right here, and then up here, the second half of the blade is flat. That's cool. What's the blade steel? Yeah, M390. That makes sense. And we have this kind of rock pattern. Yeah, it almost looks like, rocks that have been underwater and in like slow moving water for a long time that have been anodized. Kind of a matte purple with some lighter purple and white peaks. And then we've got the purple anodized titanium pivot. Purple ano hardware. Nice rock pattern backspacer. Same with the pocket clip. We have a steel lock bar insert. Those screws right there. There's the adjustment head for the pivot. That does double as an over travel stop, so that's nice. Centering is exactly as I expect, spot on. I believe you can buy these right now. That is a big knife. I kind of figured I would like this just because it was a larger and more... Olamic likes the S shape. They like wavy all over the place. So the Rainmaker, I thought it's kind of neat because it's a straight profile. Overall length of the Rainmaker is coming in at almost 9 3. It's 9.6 inches overall with a 4 1/4. If you go by the base, you're looking at like 4.3 inches of blade. No. We're looking at 4.5 inches of blade. Maybe 4 1/4 up here, but 4.5 inches of blade, 4 inches of cutting edge because of this nice large forward choil right here. This is a big knife, guys. What does it weigh? Let me get the scale out. Do we have some milling? No, not really. Maybe, no. I'm going to guess this knife weighs about 5 ounces. Okay, 5.4 ounces, right? That's right in my ballpark. It's not going to be for other people, right? Do with that information what you will. I think anybody looking at for knives that are 9.5 inches overall with a 4.5-inch blade, 5.5 ounces is probably not something they're going to shy away from, right? This is cool. I dare say it's one of the coolest. So my favorite Olamic knife ever will always be the Wayfarer Classic, the original big boy, right? Because that was the first one that I started with. The 247 came out afterwards and is smaller. I like the Busker. I like the, what's the other little guy? I can't remember. There's a bunch, there's tons of Olamic cutlery knives available out there. I've got links to DLT Trading where they've got a lot of this stuff. I don't know if the Rainmaker specifically is available or not right now, but I'll link it down below anyway. I'll make sure that you guys can go check out everything that Olamic Cutlery's got available. But yeah, very different. For those of you who have handled other Olamic cutlery knives, right? I've had some people say, oh, I love them. And I've had other people go, I'm not really, you know, I tried a 247 and maybe it wasn't for me, right? I mean, that's every brand. But if you've ever looked at Olamic cutlery and thought, I really like how they look, right? But maybe the action was a little more towards the Sebenza side of the spectrum and it wasn't more, you know, towards like the fall shit. This is a little bit different. The action feels a little bit more, it feels smoother. It feels more ready to drop, right? And then the action feels a little bit more like when you pull that, the detent's tuned more for the weight of this blade. So, I mean, I honestly, because of the detent strength, smoothness inside the pivot, right? The length of the blade, I don't think you can fail this. I think it's simply, it's gonna flip every single time. I mean, yeah, just giving it kind of a halfway serious flip with my thumb, it's wanting to do that every single time. This is cool. And if you're familiar with Olamic cutlery, you'll know that just about every single one of those is gonna be different. So that's neat. They are expensive. There's a lot of work that goes into them. They are made in the United States, right? So be prepared to spend $500, $600, $700, $800 on something like this, right? Or, you know, if that's too expensive, then you just don't buy it. But, you know, feel free to leave your complaints in the comment section. That's where people dump them anyway. I think that's going to be pretty much it. This is super cool. I'm really excited to finally get a hold of it. I've been asking for this one for a long time, so it's nice to finally get it. Guys, that's going to be it today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.